Hey guys, this is the Foth of the Foth Guy once again with another episode. Hey guys, so basically I know that it's really tough to do a presentation at school. It's really tough because if you don't know what the hell you're talking about, it's really tough to talk about things, right? However, if you will notice, if you're really good at something, you're able to talk about it and something that and express and explain it. See, that's what you want to do when you do a presentation. You want it so that you're able to say, hey, this and that, and the reason why is this and that. Okay? So if you're one of the people who grabs a piece of paper like this and starts reading word for word verbatim, I mean, that's a problem. That is one big problem because you're dead in the water. You're not going to get a very good mark. And that's the damn truth. So what you want to do is, let's say, well, let me give you an example. Let's say you are, you know a lot about Mustangs, 5 liters. In 1991, you fixed them. You had one for 10 years. You're working on them all the time. You'd obviously know how to talk about, explain things to people, right? That's what you want to do. You want to become a little bit of an expert on the subject that you're talking about. Perhaps you're doing a presentation about Liechtenstein, which is a very famous artist. You might want to read all the books about him and get more information about him. You don't want to reiterate what somebody else has said. What you want to do is you want to put a little bit of twist and then opinions on it and information that you think are very interesting about that particular subject, like Liechtenstein or maybe the housing crisis in Surrey, British Columbia, right? There's a lot of kind of stuff like that. So what I want you to do is next time you do a presentation, be sure to know what the hell you're talking about. Practice, practice, practice. However, practice isn't necessarily always the best thing. You don't want to overdo it a little bit. What you want to do is you want to make it so that it comes naturally out when you're speaking to people. So like I said, the more you know about a subject, the better your presentation will be. Because if you don't know anything, it's going to become really apparent, right? So you want to get really into what you're talking about, and you want to, like I did an hour long presentation where I explained how to interview people and how the effects of interviewing and how to do it and stuff like that. Well, I've already did interviews before, so I did a really good job. I had a piece of paper in my hand. I didn't read from it. I just used it for notes, and it ended up being exactly pretty much 60 minutes, which is basically what it was about, because I knew a lot about my subject and I practiced a little bit. Now, I didn't practice too much because the thing is I knew a lot about my subject, which is a good thing, right? So knowing that, I did a really good job. I think I got an A or an A plus on that particular project, and I think my teacher really liked what I had to say, and it was really good. Here's another thing too. A lot of people like doing slides. It's very technical doing slides. I've done slides before, but you know what I do? Before I even think about doing slides, I'm like, do I really need them? Do you really need a slide? I mean, when you explain something like a Mustang 5 liter to your friend, do you have slides? No, you don't. You just explain to them. You might have a picture or two on your phone. So basically, what I want you to do next time is to say, do I really need slides? However, some teachers want you to do slides and say, hey, if you don't have 10 slides, you're in trouble. Then do slides. But I typically don't do slides. You don't see any slides back here, do you? See this painting that I did a little while ago when I was in college. But I don't do slides, you know? Unless I'm a group project and everybody forces me to. But I've done a lot of interviews where there's no slides. Thing is that slides are fancy, but it could be a bit of a hindrance if you have too many words on there and stuff like that. So keep the word amount down. Put more pictures than words. Trust me, it's a good idea. Bob Basil taught me that, and he taught me well. So what I want you to do next time is know what you're talking about. See if you need slides or not. Make the slides nice and simple. And of course, know what the hell you're talking about. I think I would have mentioned that, but you got to know what the heck you're talking about. Because once you know what the heck you're talking about, then you'll be able to have opinions and stuff like that, and you'll be able to have that information. That's pretty much it, guys. So I'll see you later. Bye.